Hello once again everybody, and welcome back to Operation Genoa Bridge in Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we've done one job each, and the goal is to do 6 for each depot. So we need to pick up something from here, going somewhere else of course. So it's still sorted by sender. So it sorts by the company, but not necessarily the depot within the company. So we're looking for east jobs now, so we've got this excavated soil going to Florence. It's quite a long trip. It's quite a long trip, and last time we went over to Turin. So that's out the other side of Florence either, so that's even further. Now there's a couple there going to Genoa itself, but the problem with those is that you don't pick up anything coming back. So yeah, they're not the ones we're looking for. We've got excavated to Livorno, which is a bit closer than Florence. Yeah, that thing's huge, but it's not what we're looking for. There's an excavator there to Parma. Where's Parma? There's Turin there again. That's not one of the ones we're looking for. Look at that. A wheel loader there to Turin. We've been to Turin though, I want to go somewhere else. No, we'll do the Florence one. Excavated soil to Florence. That's it. It's a fair distance, it's a decent reward for what you do. And hopefully we'll get something on the way back as well. So the bridge isn't going to build itself, so we best get cracking. So remember, I'm recording this commentary after the actual gameplay because of problems with the audio at the time. So I'm not going to be copying the voiceover from last time because it was very in the moment. It always is when you record it like that. But if there's anything that crops up, I'll try and reenact it for you. So yes, we just messed up this reversing. It looks as if we're more or less centre, but it's not quite enough. It's not quite enough, you just need to move over a little bit. And then we can hook on. There we go. So yes, we're a little over halfway on our fuel. So this is the point where I would want to top off the tank if I get an opportunity. So as you can remember from the last episode, we were in miles an hour. That has now been changed. We are back into kilometres an hour, as it should be, because we are, of course, on the continent. So yes, we're just rejoining normal traffic flow now. And that's one of the other new vehicles that we have. A tiny little truck. It's more of a van really, with a load of crates on the back. So yeah, speed limit's 80. He's doing about 70, he's going a bit faster now. And yes, we're starting to speed. So yes, we'll just put it in cruise control so we don't go too mad with the throttle. Because you'll notice that later is that we do tend to start speeding a bit when we're not paying enough attention. Okay, so there's not much in the way of commentary now, so we're just going to skip ahead to where we do get some commentary. Okay, so we're getting fairly close now. I mean, it's still 50 odd kilometres away, but we're coming off the main road now. And we really do need fuel because we're below half now. I mean, the halfway point is always where I want to fill up. I don't like it going below half. Call it anxiety. I don't like having less than half a tank of fuel. Even in my car in real life. You know, the moment I'm down to the halfway mark, I'm thinking, right, where can I fill up? I need to fill up now. I mean, it's because I used to be a taxi driver, and you never really know what the day's going to be. You never really know if you're going to get a long job, so you can't let your tank go down. Because what if you do have a 200-mile job? I mean, last year it was towards the end of a day, and then a job came in going out to Northampton, which was an awfully long way to go. I didn't have that much fuel, so I actually had to fill up before I went to pick them up, which did delay things somewhat. But they didn't mind. I mean, it's a long trip, so when you're setting out on a long trip, you don't really mind having to wait an extra few minutes. It wasn't as if they were catching a plane or a train or anything. I mean, it certainly beats having to fill up on the way, which would have been very unprofessional. But yes, you know, I had enough fuel for my day, for a normal day, but an exceptional job comes in and, you know, you need the resources to be able to deal with it, because you never know when they're going to come in. So here we go. Our drop-off point is now on the map, and it's not far away. So the road up to this place is actually fairly nice. It's all sort of bumpy and gravelly, and you can really hear it. You can really hear it. So we'll just quieten down so you can hear the gravel noise. So you can really hear the gravel that you're driving over now. So the videos that will be coming up shortly, we're going to be looking at The Sims, because a new expansion pack has just come out, so we're going to be playing that. I've also discovered a bit of a glitch in it. So yeah, we'll play it safe again. I discovered a bit of a glitch in it with the influence system for the community voting and everything. You know, the glitch lets you build up influence really, really fast. Other videos we'll be having a look at, of course, are Satisfactory. I've got 400 hours in that. I mean, I've only just passed the 400-hour mark. And it's a massive factory, so I'll have to start with a tour of that and bringing you guys up to speed. Not sure exactly how I'm going to deal with Satisfactory going into the future. I think it's going to be a series of tours. So I'll do something off screen. You know, I'll spend many, many hours building something off screen, and then I'll come back and show you. I'll do some regular updates. So yes, been playing Derail Valley and Snow Runner, of course. So we'll be doing some videos in those. So yes, ideally we need a job for the West Depot now. It doesn't necessarily have to be the West Depot. We could go back to the East one, but it'd be best to keep things balanced. So it'd be best if we did have a West Depot job. So, still sorted by sender, so we're just going to have to scroll through to see if we can see any. There's nothing yet. Oh, there's an East job. Another excavator. Going back to the East job. East depot. There's another East depot. And nothing else. There's no West job. So that answers that question, doesn't it? We're going back to the East depot. It's either the wheel loader for 5,800 or it's this excavator for 8,179. So I think we'll be going with that one. Yes, we'll take that one. I don't think there was any more. I don't remember seeing any. There we go. So we'll go back to the East depot. It kind of messes up our little plan, but that's fine. Okay, so it's 76 kilometers to our pickup. That's quite a long way. So yeah, we'll just drive around the farm now and head on out. So yes, it'll be another long job on the way back on this one. I mean, of course it will. So other videos I'd like to do, I'd like to do a complete Fable trilogy. And also Mass Effect. I'd like to play all of those, including Andromeda. Now, I know Andromeda... Yes, I know, I just hit that guy. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of people aren't that fond of Andromeda. And to be fair, when it came out it was a bit janky, but I think things have improved since. I think updates have made that a bit more watchable. And I must admit, I have been playing it recently, only a little bit, and I haven't really noticed the animation being that jarring. I haven't noticed the animations being too jarring. I mean, obviously the storyline and the gameplay are still, you know, where they were whenever it was released. It's been years now, hasn't it? So now the problem is they're all on the Xbox, and at the moment I only have a pair of Bluetooth headphones for various reasons involving broken wires and things. And the Bluetooth headphones will only connect to my PC. They don't connect to my TV, so I can't play an Xbox game and record a commentary at the same time, because the microphone would pick up the sound from the TV. Anyway, long story. So basically I need a new pair of headphones. A wired pair of headphones that will plug into the TV. And just wait, there we go. That's when I realised that we've missed the junction. I see, I knew that was happening this time. To be fair, it didn't take me long to notice. So another game I've been playing is Deliver Us the Moon, which is exactly the kind of game I like. I like sort of atmospheric puzzle type games, as you'll know from things like Submerged and Numa, which I've done on the channel already. So something like The Witness and Tacoma, they're also in that same sort of genre. You know, it's just you, there's not really any threat, and you've just got to figure out the puzzles. Deliver Us the Moon does have some threat though. I mean, there's various areas where there's no oxygen, so you only have a couple of minutes of suit oxygen to do what you need to do in those areas. Then you've got to sort something out. There's also these little flying robots that go around and attack you in certain areas, but they're only in 2 areas of the entire game, so they don't really pose too much of a problem. They're more of an environmental problem, so that they're more part of the puzzles than a complete threat. So hopefully we can do some of those. We can do some of those as videos as well. That is a very tight corner. I lost a lot of momentum going up there. However, I will tell you that gearbox is a lot more intelligent than it used to be. Because I remember when I was driving around Iceland and on ice and going up hills, it would constantly change gears. It would rev a little bit and then it would try and change up, but that gear wouldn't have enough revs to actually keep you accelerating. So then it would change down again, and it meant in the end that you'd have to change to the manual gearbox in order to like keep up the revs and keep going. But coming up here, it seems to be a lot better than it used to be. I mean, it's having a bit of trouble here. I mean, yes, it is having a little bit of trouble, but we're getting there. It's certainly not as bad as it used to be. It's much better than it was. Okay, so off we go. It was quite an adventure coming up here in the end, wasn't it? But what's it going to be like coming down? Because we're going to have all this weight behind us now. But the road's dry at least, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's not like SnowRunner, where if you have a massive trailer behind you, you really feel the weight coming down a hill. Oh yeah, looking forward to doing those. So yes, I couldn't imagine coming up a road like this in SnowRunner, because that would take you about half an hour probably to come up this windy road covered in mud. You'd have to winch yourself out several times. But yeah, that's the thing about SnowRunner. You know, it's great, but you seem to use fuel so quickly. It's like 300 litres of fuel is just gone in minutes. I mean, it does make the game more challenging, of course. Right, so when it comes to upcoming videos, I'm not going to commit to any kind of schedule. Because frankly, I don't know how much time I can devote to this. You know, once we get into a rhythm, once we get a workflow sorted out, then yes, maybe we can come up with a consistent schedule. But until then, it won't be. Because I think I overcommitted last time. I think I tried to do just too much in addition to having a full-time job. I mean, I'm currently not working. You know, we are forcibly kept at home right now. Well, not forcibly, but you know, we're not meant to go out at the moment. So yes. I have time to start this channel back up again. But yes, we definitely need some more fuel when we find the chance. So yes, I really shouldn't be speeding. I mean, I do have traffic offences turned off, mostly for my exploration phase in my other profile. You know, I really should turn that back on when I'm actually doing, you know, proper jobs, but yeah, that'll be a thing for later. You know, if I'm doing proper Let's Plays, I need to put damage on, and I need to put the re-enable the traffic offences and the fatigue. I've got fatigue turned off too. I really should put those back on again. See, those orange things, they're actually speed cameras. They're the strangest speed cameras I've ever seen. Not sure why they're that design, but you know. Are they any different to a big yellow box stuck up on a pole? So we've only got about 2 blocks of fuel left, so that works out at about 20%. So yes, we're going to have to find somewhere to fill up fairly soon, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. At least we're going back onto the motorway, so we should be able to find somewhere to fill up. So when we finish with this special event, we're going to go back to the ProMods profile, and I think what we'll do is we'll head over to Cyprus and then over to the Middle East, because there's a Middle East expansion for ProMods. It's done by the ProMods team, but it's not released as part of the main ProMods mod. And I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's to avoid sort of controversy and stuff like that, but I'm not entirely sure of the reasoning. But either way, it's there for the people who want it. But yes, we'll head over to Cyprus, where of course they drive on the left hand side of the road and they use British plugs, and they have British traffic lights and other things. Cyprus is a very weird place. It's Greek but British. Right, so we're just going to have a look at the map to find out some fuel. But look, there's some. It's the fuel we passed earlier, of course, but there's no fuel anywhere else on this route. I mean, there's a bit of fuel off over there, but it doesn't look that far from those, between those two stations we went to, but it was quite a long way, or at least it felt like it. It's not that far now to that fuel station, at least. If we don't miss it. If we do miss it, then I just hope we have enough fuel for the delivery. Because there's no fuel stations around there either. There's one to the north on the A7, and there's one in Genoa, but there's nothing along that route. And as I said before, that proves to be a bit of a problem. You see, this is why I worry when fuel gets down to halfway, because you never really know just how far away fuel is going to be on your route. And also, this is where I make a mistake. This is where I go straight on instead of going right, because I was expecting there to be filling points here, or even on that, but apparently no, you can't fill up there. You have to fill up on the truck side. So yeah, we'll dump the trailer there and go around and fill up over here. So we can have a look and listen at how this sounds. Because we're underneath the canopy, so it should give us a decent echo. Yep. It sounded pretty decent. It sounded like it should. It sounded as if you were under a canopy or some sort of roof. It's the only time I'm going to allow my past self to go on about the audio in this game now. So yeah, just got to pick up this trailer now and get moving again. Okay, let's get going. That took a bit longer than it should have, but still we're back on the road. And 86 kilometers, it's not all that far away. So I really didn't want to have to re-record this. I've spent about 3 hours trying to clear up the audio from my previous recording sessions. And there's something very strange going on. It's not just a background hum at 50 Hz like you'd expect, and you know, you have default filters to filter those out. There's some weird electronic, well, sort of squeaking, squelching kind of noise. It sounds as if an electronic tap has been left open and it's sort of dribbling electric water. It's the only way I can explain it. It's really strange sound, and I just haven't been able to filter it out. So yes, I'm going to sit here a couple of days after I recorded this now and re-record the audio, at least some basic version of it. I mean, it does mean that I'm looking at another 3 hours work, even from here, just to do the audio for the other 4 episodes. So yeah, I have a bit of a job ahead of me, and that's before I even get around to editing them. But yeah, no one said this game was easy. So I'm in this lane, but do I actually need this lane? Because, yes, here we go. See, it directs you to the right-hand lane to actually get through the roadblock. And look, we're nearly at the East Depot again. I really shouldn't speed. Going too fast. I mean, it's definitely time for a break. It's 1:30 in the morning in game. I mean, it's 9 at night right now for me. So, yeah, I'll be taking a break and I'll be doing the rest of these tomorrow. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. It's not that I don't like doing this. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it, but it's just having to know that, you know, you're redoing something. Something that you thought was finished and in the bag. Alright, so we just have to drop this off there, and then we're done. And then we're done. That's 4 jobs done. A third of the way there. And there we are, dropping it off. Now this event does remind me of Operation Big Sur in American Truck Sim. It's very similar. There was a natural disaster and you've got to help tidy up or build things. And I love it when they do that. I love it when they bring real world events into the game. It really does keep things interesting. So, 3 jobs for the East Depot and 1 for the West. So, bit of an imbalance, but you know, what can you do? We'll sort that out later. So thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. So once again, thanks very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.